Hello and welcome back again to another amazing episode, and this is the Diaspora Transition episode. As you guys already know, we interview people who moved back from the diaspora and currently living here, or even people visiting back and forth. And today we have here someone very special. He is here on the continent, and he have an amazing story, and I want him to share with us here on the episode. So without further ado, Markell, welcome on the show.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all for letting me be here.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, we met, we did work together. You were at Afrochella.
Yes, sir.
Doing amazing photography.
Thank you.
Your work is amazing. I saw what you did with Board pictures and all the artists who were on stage.
Thank you. Yeah.
And you pretty have an interesting story and how even that came to be. You told me about it, but I'm willing to share that with my audience, you know, too. So for those watching you for the first time who don't know who you are, can you briefly introduce yourself to the viewers watching for the first time?
What's good, y'all? My name is Markell. I'm from Washington, D.C. I'm a photographer, full-time creative, and I came here just to shoot Afrochella, but also to network, to reconnect back with my roots. I don't have any family here, but, you know, I did my ancestry, and I'm like 24% Ghanaian, like 22% Nigerian, so like this is definitely still home, and I wanted to reconnect with my roots and experience this this rich, beautiful culture y'all have here that I'm also a part of. So yeah, I'm just happy to be here and taking it all in. Yeah, for sure.
All right, so welcome home, Akwaba. That's how we say it.
Akwaba. Okay, bet.
So how did it come about? How did you first heard of Afrochella, and why did you decide to just make that bold step? Because I heard your story, what you said. You had to. I want you to say it for yourself. How did it come about? You leaving your work, everything, you know, even though you're, you know, doing stuff like that.
Ever since last year,
right?
I had a desire to come to Ghana for a long time. Well, to Africa in general, but then to Ghana last year, and I put it on my Twitter. I said one day I will come to Ghana and shoot music, and then I also said that I would come to shoot Afrochella.
Right.
And I posted that on my Twitter account in July, and then I saw Afrochella was happening on Instagram, and I emailed the team. They didn't get back to me. I emailed them all the way. Afrochella, I emailed their team. They never got back to me, right, until December. I emailed them in June.
Okay. Wow.
You know, so that's a long time in between. You know, I'm thinking, oh, I'm not gonna get it. Oh, it's in the spam box. You know, they emailed me back, and they emailed me back saying that they wanted me to come as an influencer because they didn't have any more press passes.
Right.
And so that was my ticket in. So that was my way to come over here. I did not have the money to pay for the flight. It was very expensive. I sold all my stocks. I reached out to family and friends to help me buy the ticket.
Wow. And
I was able to come here and to experience this. When I got here, I networked and I met people from Afrochella's team. They basically gave me a press pass while I was here.
Wow.
So I got on a plane, came all the way over here with no guarantee that I was going to shoot Afrochella.
Wow.
I came here.
A little bit. You had to sell all your stocks.
Yes, man. I sold my stocks. You know, it's very expensive. It's not easy to travel. It's very expensive. Not even just the flight, but also all the things you have to pay for when it comes to the vaccine. When it comes to, like, you know, things you got to buy to prepare to be here. The pills for malaria. Like, everything is, you know, it takes money.
Wow.
And so I worked very hard. The last few weeks of December. Did a lot of gigs with photography to be able to afford coming here, and so I'm just grateful and blessed that I was able to really be here.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the last minute you go here, you didn't even know you had the privileges to take photography.
No, in my head I'm thinking I'm gonna come here.
Right.
If they don't give me a pass, I'm gonna go to the general admission, bring my camera, and finesse my way in and get shots from the crowd. I knew that I came here with a purpose. I came here with a plan, with a goal, and the more I moved towards my goal, the more I feel like things started to move in my direction. So everything that happened, you know, me getting the press pass, me being able to, you know, meet the right people at the right time, everything kind of just worked out. So I don't take anything for granted, and I know that God was able to, is the reason that why I was able to live out my dream of coming here. Again, I posted on my Twitter account back in July that I wanted to be here, and here I am. So like that's just a testament to manifestation, a testament to believing in yourself, having faith in God, and just going with the flow. And honestly, just yeah, I didn't have any connections. I didn't know anyone here. I came here by myself.
You don't know anybody.
I don't know anyone here. I don't know anyone in Ghana. I came here literally by myself. And I've never been to Africa, never been on a flight this long. People were like, "Oh, you're going to Africa? Like that's big." So people were like, "Oh, like I don't know if."
What were some of the things people said to you?
People just said like, like what, like how you gonna do that? Oh, what, people like to project their own insecurities a lot when they don't understand or they don't, and I don't live my life based on people's insecurities. I don't live my life based on your projections, regardless of what everyone else is saying. I came regardless and did what I had to do.
And you got a press pass, and your pictures you took of Burna Boy and other celebrities caught the eye of their management, and even Chance the Rapper. You got contacted to. Yeah,
so I met I didn't get contacted by Chance the Rapper. So after Afrochella Day 2, I went to the after party at Polo Beach Club, right? And so at the after party, I saw Chance the Rapper. I walked up to him. I said, "Hey, I would love to shoot your upcoming festival, Black Star, which is on the 6th." Mind you, my ticket back home is on the 4th.
Wow.
So let me keep going. So I said, I would love to shoot your festival. He said, "Okay, let me talk to my manager." I got connected with his manager while they're at the after party. We exchanged, contact information, etc., and they sent me a pass.
Wow.
So again, I didn't plan that. I didn't know that I'll be able to do that. I just came here, with a goal. And closed mouths don't get fed. The more you believe in yourself, the more you just go for it, shoot your shot. The worst someone can say is no.
Yeah.
I feel like so many times we hold ourselves back in life because we're scared, we're afraid of the answer. But I'm not afraid to hear no anymore. I'm not afraid to not, because I know that if it's a no, that means that there's another yes somewhere else. One door closes, another one opens.
Okay, let me ask you this. I know that it has not been easy, right? So what is like the challenges? And the show is on the 6th, right? And then your flight was on the 4th. So how you doing about that? And what is the challenges that?
Well, right this second, I'm reaching out to family and friends again to ask for funds for me to be able to change my flight, because it is expensive, and I did have a budget coming here for transportation, food, etc.
Right.
So that's what I'm working on. I'm still working on that now.
Wow.
But like I said earlier, it's gonna work out. Yeah, I'm gonna get the money. So I think that I'm not even worried about it. Everything will work out how it's supposed to. I trust in God, and I got this far. So
and I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity, and so I think it's definitely worth it to stay here longer to shoot that. So I would never think that I would come over here first time, knowing no one, and getting the opportunity to shoot 2 different festivals in an entirely different continent. I'm just a kid all the way from DC. I don't know anyone here. I'm just out here trying to make it, trying to live my dreams. And so so I'm just again extremely grateful, humbled, and blessed to be here, to have this experience, and to experience the culture of Ghana, and to come home.
Your story is very touching, and I would love to contribute to trying to fix the flight ticket or whatever. Are you open, if people are watching right now, they want to support? Is there any way that you can?
Yeah, look, if y'all want to support me, I would, anything is appreciated. My Cash App is $Markell3, so Marckell 3. If you want a Cash App, so yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. DC, this is the capital city of the United States.
Right? Yep.
Growing up in DC, like, let's talk about how you were growing up. How was it like, going to college, finishing, working, and stuff like that?
DC was a lot of fun. DC, we chocolate city. Well, not as much anymore. It's gentrification's going on right now, right? So it's like, I think growing up, it was like a good 60-70% black.
Right.
Now it's down to like 40-something, I think. So, it's, a lot of white people moving into the city. A lot of people from other places moving in. Prices are going up. So people who've been here our whole lives, a lot of us can't afford to live there anymore. A lot of people are being moved, have to move out now because the prices are going up. Because when there's infrastructure changes going on, like everything becomes more expensive. So but there's pros and cons, right? Because you got to think like, okay, now there's more jobs, we have better buildings, but at the same time, it's like the people who live here can't afford it. So it's a lot of things going on, to where programs trying to help people to stay, and low income housing, that kind of stuff, right? But yeah, I love growing up in DC, and then I went to college in Miami, so completely different vibe, completely different part of America, all the way down and all the way down in Florida, in Miami, University of Miami. I studied public relations with a triple minor in music, business, Africana studies, and art with a concentration in photography.
Okay.
So I graduated in May of 2021, and I started freelancing, doing photography. I worked social media, and then I recently this summer I picked up a gig doing contract work for the local newspaper, black woman-owned newspaper in DC called the Washington Informer. Okay. So I do contract work for them, take pictures for them as well.
What's that?
Something, but yeah, like I said, I do contract work for them as well. And yeah, so I have my own business clients doing photography. I work for the newspaper, so that's another form of income. I do social media. I have clients for that. Okay. I do digital marketing, management. Digital marketing, which includes social media, but also just Google ads, Facebook ads, that kind of stuff. I do that as well. So I have a few different things I'm working on. I just got my LLC from my media agency last year. Okay. So yeah, man. So I'm just trying to keep getting better, just trying to keep working, just trying to keep getting to the next level. To yesterday's price is not today's price. Yeah. You feel me? So like, all we can do is just keep working, keep getting better, keep improving. Yeah. New year, new me, new money. So yeah, we outside.
Yeah, and then you move into, it's a bold step. I have to commend you on that, because a lot of people want to do that move to Africa, but they just don't have what it takes. You didn't know anybody, you just moved anyways.
Yeah, like I said, it's extremely inaccessible. Right. It's extremely expensive to come over here from.
How much do you spend getting here?
It was $2,600 something.
Really, just for flight?
Just for the flight round trip. Wow. Just for the flight. We're not talking about vaccine. We're not talking about pre-flight expenses. Clothes, things of that nature. Just for the flight was over $2,000, almost $3K. But the rugged. The average person's not able to do that in their lifetime. A lot of people will never be able to come here. Right. So I don't take it for granted that I'm blessed enough to be able to be here. A lot of people, their entire lifetimes, they won't ever have the opportunity or the access to ever do something like this. And so I don't take it for granted. I'm the first person in my family to do something like this, Okay,
let me ask you, when you got here, right, there's a lot of misconception, even your friends trying to tell you that, man, what are you going to do out in Africa? And you got here, right? You saw how the shows are going back to back. Every celebrity, everybody who knows somebody is in Ghana right now, right? And you seeing that. What comes to mind after all the misconception you had about Africa?
I just feel like I've just experienced so much love here. I've experienced so much grace that I didn't expect. Being from DC, being from America, like sometimes a lot of us get caught up in a mindset. Right. I don't want to say crab in a barrel, but like kind of a little bit, because I feel like a lot of people, it's so much competition. Sometimes people don't. So for me, like I try to internalize. It takes a village. So like, the better I get, like the more I experience, the better I get at my craft. I want to give back and help other people. Right. Be able to do well. Other creatives, other black creatives to do well too. Some people they start doing well, and people ask them questions like, oh, like how do you edit your pictures? What camera do you have? Some people will be like, oh, I don't want to tell you the information. Yeah. So they gatekeep. So there's a lot of gatekeeping energy sometimes in the States. I didn't experience that here. Here it's like, I feel like it was very like, I come here, I told my story, authentic, genuine, etc. People are like, oh, okay, cool. Well, here's what we're gonna do for you. Here's what we're gonna do for you. Right. Doors open like this. Doors wide, like. Back home, it's sometimes it's not as easy for doors to open like that. Sometimes people, it's a little, the energy can be a little weird.
What you said about,
so again, like it's about community over competition. We have to help each other. We have to build each other up, bring the next generation up as we, lifting as you climb, right? So like the more you climb, the more you get higher in your goals and your aspirations. Also making sure to reach back and lift up the next person behind you. You know, and I feel like a lot of people here internalize that as well. I feel it. You know, people don't know me from anyone. You know, I'm a complete stranger. And I've been treated like family, you know, and I'm not used to that. You know, I'm not used to being treated like that. You know, back at home, it's not the same. It's not like that. I mean, yes, we have community, but like it's not like here. It's only something you can experience if you're here. I don't know how to explain it.
I'm trying to say that, you know, people here, that I heard from some African Americans that Africans don't like them. You know, there's that thing going on around that.
So
do you think that is true for what you've experienced?
From what I've experienced here, I have not experienced that. I haven't experienced people not liking me. I've experienced love. Now, when it comes to like the Diaspora Wars, I do acknowledge that those still exist, right? So I think what the issue is, right, education is important here because it's just ignorance. So on both sides. So, you know, growing up, where, you know, the only images that we get in media we get of African people in America is, you know, we see those commercials where it's like the black kid and he has like a fly in his eye and it's like, oh, he's, you know, please help, for 1 penny a day you can save this little kid all the way in Africa, and so you know, growing up, you know, people used to make fun of people calling them African booty scratchers, that stuff like that, right? And so like that's kind of the images that we've been fed since kids. And then I don't know, like I feel like on the African side, from the conversations I've heard with other people who are from here, like, you know, y'all get fed, you know, oh, we from the hood, like oh they're not good over there, that stuff like that. And so I feel like sometimes there can be a lot of clashing, a lot of, you know, disconnect, but I really wish that it wasn't like that. You know, even I've seen on social media, like I saw some on social media to where an African person was called African American or something like that, and they were like, oh, don't ever call me that. It was like, and they took offense to it. And so I'm like, damn, like I really wish that people didn't have that mindset. I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, we all black. Like, why is it so much, like, why is it so, like, I really don't understand the Diaspora Wars. I don't understand the fighting. I really don't get it. I really wish that it wasn't like that, because even though I know it exists, I know that there's sometimes a contention between us. I wish it didn't, because we're stronger together. Like I said, it takes a village. And I think that the fact that we're not as united as we could be is just a testament to white supremacy and to white-owned media that doesn't want us to see the greatness on both sides.
I like that.
You know, so it's a lot of stereotypes we're being fed, stereotypes y'all being fed. So that creates, you know, contention. So and then also like things that even like we're having like my hair like this and locks, like I've heard that, you know, there's some stereotypes to where I've heard African parents tell their kids, oh, don't mess with black boys with, like, you know, it's bad, or they win the hood, this and the third. But that's just ignorance. It's just, you know, it's just at the end of the day, like all it takes is education, all it takes is conversations. But y'all are over here, we already over here, so it's like it's a lot, it's a big gap. And so like I think Pan-Africanism, the belief in like us being able to be unified. Marcus Garvey talked about this as well. You know, Malcolm X, other prominent black figures, a lot have talked about this and wanting us to unify. So I really hope that, you know, and I think that music is a tool of unity, right? Look at this festival. These festivals, that's unity. Like, it's black people from all over the world coming here. All, like, I've met people from Germany, France, Paris. I've never met people from, you know, I never knew, like, I've never, all walks of life everywhere. Like, I've never experienced that. I've never experienced, you know, black people literally everywhere. Like, my mindset kind of is very Americanized. So being here has really broadened my network, broadened my worldview. And I think that is something, I feel like if more black people from America came here and experienced this, it would change things a lot. So
that means you have a message for African Americans, diasporans watching. What would that message be?
My message would just be that at the end of the day, we all black. So like, whatever beef it is, kill it. I don't understand why it's beefing. Like, we all on the same team. we need to stop. We need to unify. It takes a village. We need to help each other. Like everyone, every other race helps each other out. Like let's be like everybody else does business with their own people. Everybody else, if some other races exclusively do business with their own people. I don't think it's bad if we started doing stuff like that. You know, I just feel like we're always, you know, sometimes we go to other people, other places, when in reality it's so much right here. And so I just hope that, you know, that we continue to advance ourselves as a people, and we're able to unify globally. What
would you say you've learned so far since you've been here? A lesson that, you know, you touching down in Africa has taught you so far?
I just feel like the world needs more love. I feel like I've learned that just the world needs more love. I feel like people going through tough times, man. Like it's a recession. We're still coming from COVID. You know, like it's a lot going on. People got student loans to pay. I got student loans to pay. I got, you know, debt, credit card debt to pay. You know, people are going through a lot of things right now. Housing market is terrible. It's hard. It's, you know, so for someone who, like example me as a recent college grad, sometimes it feels almost impossible for us for me to buy a house in my lifetime.
Really?
Just being honest, like just
in the US,
because I'm just, you know, because the system makes it so that, you know, we have to pay off these loans, we have to do credit card debt, all this other stuff that we have to work through, all these barriers and obstacles to get to financial freedom. It's a lot of obstacles we got to work through, you know. So I just.
So do you
it's a lot.
It's a lot, right? You know,
it really is a lot. You know, it's a lot. We have to. It's a lot.
Do you see yourself moving to Africa or Ghana, like in the near future? You know?
Honestly, I definitely would consider it. I really like. I love it here. It's been an extremely life-changing experience being here, and I would consider it. I feel like I would love to maybe possibly have a house here. Maybe if I didn't live here, I would have somewhere to, you know, I would come here for a few months, maybe go back. But being here has made me consider that for sure.
Let me ask you though, because it's not easy for you coming down here. You have to spend so much money, stuff, and stuff like that, right? Would you say it's still been worth it for you though? You don't have any
Definitely,
regrets?
I have no regrets.
For real?
I was meant to be here.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I wrote in my journal I wanted to be here. I put it on Twitter. I thought about it. I prayed about it, and I'm here. So like obviously I'm meant to be here. You know, like it's not. Nothing's by chance. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in things just happening because they happen. Like, no, everything happens for a reason. God puts people in places in your life at specific times. So even when we don't feel like, oh, things are going to work out, we have to let go of that and just allow God to show us that it will, because that's what he did with me. Like literally, like I didn't know if this was going to work out. I didn't know if I was going to be able to afford to be here, but yet here still I am as a full-time creative, as a full-time photographer. You know that, and that's a career that not a lot of people take because they're like, oh, where's the money in that? Where's the, you know? So I want to empower people, especially black people, like, hey, look, you can be a creative, you can be a photographer, you can be a videographer and make money and make a living. You don't have to. You don't have to, you know, sell out and do it, you know, get an office job or just because to make money. I feel like if you follow your passions and you're genuine and you're good at what you do, the money will come. You just gotta trust, because that's what happened. I trusted, and it was hard, because I'm not gonna hold you. Like it was a lot of times when I considered, you know, oh, maybe I should just go get, you know, a waiter job, a 9 to 5 for a little bit. As a matter of fact, I was actually applying to a lot of jobs last year, and I didn't hear back from anybody.
Really?
I applied to a lot of jobs, and I started getting, you know, honestly, it was depressing, because I was like, what's going on? Like, I'm a recent college grad. I went to a really good school. My resume is very stacked. I've done internships, so I'm not understanding why I'm not getting a job right now, and I need it. Like, I have loans to pay. I want to get out the house. You know, I got shit to do. And I think that was a sign from God that I need to pick up my camera and go outside. You know, so and I don't regret it. And I don't.
And your portfolio is amazing. You are filming and taking pictures of all the top musicians in the US. And how long have that been for you since you started photography?
I got my first camera for Christmas when I was 16.
16, okay.
I'm 23 now.
Okay.
So that's how long I've been shooting. As far as business-wise, I started taking my business seriously in 2021. That's when I I made my page, and if you want to follow me, my page is MV Productions _. So MV
On Instagram.
Okay. MV Productions _. If you want to follow my page, check out my work. I'm gonna put my website in my bio if you want to check out my website and see my portfolio. So yeah, and my first job after graduating again was social media. I was working for a publication called So.com, and so that really opened a lot of doors for me because I was able to get press passes to big festivals. So coming straight out of college, my first big gig shooting was Made in America, which is a huge festival in the States, and Philly that happens every year, right? So my first big festival, I was shooting Young Thug. I was shooting Tinashe. I was shooting Lotto, Big Lotto. Big Lotto, from Clayco. So I was shooting a lot of big artists just graduated. And again, like, it's people who've been doing this longer than me.
Right.
It's people who have been, and so again, I'm just very blessed and grateful to be here. Like, I know it's people who have been shooting way longer than me, who haven't done festivals like I've done, or not able to access things, and I want to be able to give back and to teach the next generation of black creatives who want to do stuff like I'm doing, or who wants to do other things in general. And I want to empower people to know that, again, like, you can make a living based off your passion. You can't make a living based off your talent. You don't have to do a 9 to 5. You don't have to sacrifice yourself,
In Africa, Ghana, you're right here in Ghana, right? You've seen how it is here. You've seen how Africa is. Do you think it's possible to, like, really, really make it here, though?
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
No.
I mean, I've only been here, a few days now.
Right.
Well, when I got here Christmas.
Right.
So what's today? Today's
January 2nd.
So what's that, like 6-7 days?
7 days.
So like 7 days, yeah. And from my experience here so far, like, and I've talked to people here from the States who moved here, and they're doing fine.
Right.
They're doing great for themselves. They have great jobs. They're not struggling, So I feel like, yes, it is possible. I'm talking to people here who've done it.
Okay.
So if they've done it, why can't I?
Right.
You feel me? That's just more confirmation.
Right. So if someone is watching right now, would you say they should move it? Because you've been here, you've seen how it is. Would you tell someone or your friend, or will you recommend Ghana to somebody out there right now watching from the diaspora? Honestly.
I would definitely. I can't say that from an experience of living here long enough to recommend, but I will say that I would definitely say that I do consider moving here, and I do think that it's possible, and I think that it's a great option, and I think that do your research and look into what industries you're into and how the whole money thing will work out for your own situations for sure, but definitely it's something to consider. And whatever stereotypes you had in your brain earlier, again, ignorance is ignorance. So just research, try to talk to people who live here if you can, and yeah, it's I mean, nothing is perfect though. It's pros and cons to everything, right? It's pros and cons staying in America. It's pros and cons to living here. There is no perfect place. There is no 100% yes. It's like, okay, you're gonna deal with some shit here, but you're also gonna deal with some shit in America. I don't feel racism. It's no racism. Like, I've never experienced no racism.
Really?
You over here, ain't no racism here.
Yeah.
How is racism? It's barely any white people. You feel me? So it's like I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
I'm used to being one of the only people that's black in the room. Over here, everybody black. So it's like, oh, okay, cool, bet.
Yeah.
It's like I've never experienced, like, it's overwhelming almost to just be surrounded by, like, beautiful black people all the time, extremely talented, extremely hardworking.
Okay.
So it's again, like, it's being here has honestly been a very big paradigm shift, I would say.
Okay.
And opportunities is anywhere, and if at the end of the day, if you put your mind to it, you can do it. Like, Ghana, wherever you want to go, wherever you want to live, just do it. Like, shoot your shot, just go for it. Like, again, like, nothing's holding you back but your own head, your own thoughts. Get out of it and just go.
Wow. Let me ask you, how much money did you put in your pocket and just be like, I'm going to Africa, fuck it?
I think I had like $500.
$500.
I think so, yeah. And then I've had, I think it was like 500. I'm like, look, hey, we outside, and I was still outside.
Yeah,
I'm still outside. Stop playing, like, and my money back at home, U.S. dollars are worth more here, so that means that I have more. My money here goes a longer way, which means that I have more breathing room than I thought I had.
Right.
So I feel comfortable, and I'm gonna get paid soon for the image I've taken. So I'm not stressing. Everything, like I said, everything's gonna happen how it needs to happen. On top of that, I've gotten work here.
Right.
People are booking for shoots here.
Really?
So yeah, I have a graduation shoot to shoot tomorrow.
Wow.
So like I'm making money while I'm here also. So I'm already experiencing what it looks like to go somewhere else you've never been.
You just touched down 7
make new money.
Have projects that you're working on it. Charlie, this is opportunity.
yeah, literally like people are like, oh, it's it's opportunity. You just gotta go for it. You just gotta ask questions. You just gotta, like I said earlier, closed mouths don't get fed. So like, if you go for it, you just.
Your story is very inspiring. It's very inspiring, and I know people watching out there can relate. With you, and probably reach out to you and also support, because it's not easy, man. It's not.
No, it's not easy at all. Like I said, it's they don't want us to come here. I feel like they don't want us to travel. I feel like that's the part of why it's so inaccessible. I feel like
that's why the flight tickets are too much expensive, isn't it?
I mean, it is also far, but like people make excuses talking about the ticket's too far, but like y'all pay to go to Cancun all the time. You pay to go to Mexico. You pay to go to Paris all the time. Yeah. So like, why can't you pay to go to Africa?
True.
I'm just saying like yes, the ticket is expensive. I'm not saying it's not, but y'all be paying to go everywhere else in the world. But when it's Africa, did you even look at the prices? Did you even talk to a travel agent?
Right.
Did you even look on Hopper, Skyscanner? There's apps that show you discounts. I'm sure that you can find something that's comparable to that same vacation you took in Cancun.
Right.
You feel me? So I honestly like that excuse of. I don't buy it because there's ways to do it. There's affordable ways to do it. You just gotta research and look into it instead of just accepting the stereotypes that have been fed to you your whole life.
I like that. Now we are almost at the end of the conversation. Time, I have so much questions for you, but time
yeah, man.
And you're sharing so much. I want you to kind of put a last message out there. Your family back home in DC, they are watching you right now.
I'm dead.
You know what I'm saying? You want to probably say hi or whatever. Your friends are watching, those who doubted you, you know what I'm saying? Those who said, man, what are you going to do in Africa? And then seeing you shoot Burna Boy, shoot all the top artists here in Ghana. So on the set, you are filming, shooting Chance the Rapper, Vic Mensa, and then other celebrities. You know what I'm saying? It's happening right now. And you have access to those. If they are watching you right now, what would you say to them?
First of all, root to the bros. And all I can say is go for it. Shoot your shot. Believe in yourself. Have faith in God, and everything's gonna work out.
Okay. Now Africans on the continent, on the other side, think that they want to go to the place like US. They think they will be able to make it when they get to the US. There's more opportunity there than there's here in Ghana. And you're saying quite the opposite. You see so much.
I'm not saying the opposite. I'm saying that it's opportunity in both places.
Okay.
Like I said, like.
So let me ask you.
I would say that, like I said earlier. If you put your mind to it, you can do it.
Okay, so
like anywhere you want to, If anyone from here wants to come to America, yes, it's opportunity. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can succeed.
Okay,
for sure. It's all about your mindset and just going for it. Like,
I like that.
Wherever it is, wherever in the world you want to go. Like, I feel like it's at the end of the day, the only thing holding you back is your mind. So you gotta. If you master your mind, if you master your thoughts. And try not to be so influenced by society and the world, and just know yourself, self-awareness, know your passions, your purpose. You can really do anything. Like, and I keep saying that because it's the truth. Because like I'm a living testimony to that. Literally, like, you feel me? I never thought I would. Last year, if you would have asked me January 1st, 2022, would I be here right now? I would say, oh, I guess I hope so. And look at me now. I'm here. Right. So like, you feel me? Like we outside.
Guys, this is the end of the conversation. There's so much we want to talk about, but time, we have to go film with Chance the Rapper right now to also take photography.
Yeah, man.
So we're leaving right now, but guys, please like the video. I'm going to leave all his details. His cash app is going to be there on the screen and also in the description. Support, some people want to move back, but it's not easy. He took a bold step, right? He's here right now. A leap of faith, man. Of course, there's challenges, and then you did that. You took a leap of faith, and you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it.
I'm just blessed and grateful to be here.
What we can do is to support a brother. He's successful. If he is successful, we are successful. So yeah, this is the end of the episode. Please like the video, share to friends and family, comment down below. Let's get some engagement in the comment section below. And yeah, Stay tuned for more amazing episode coming your way, and it's been a wonderful conversation with you. Thank you so
Hey,
much.
look,
for
no,
coming on.
thank you, bro. Like, appreciate y'all for having me, and like I said, like Africa to the world,
Yeah.
for real, Ghana to the world.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.
All right, y'all.
Peace out. Bye bye.